will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. His first carry of the game, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Geis with the carry on second down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards the gain for number 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, this is Geis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green, 39!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Lucky 56.
It's Geis on the counter. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit!
From the gun, Murray, and he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 47 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And this one is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Murray. He finds his man. That's Butler. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Throwing on first down. Murray out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Johnson with a completion over the middle. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41.
Watch it now, Barney.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Off the play fake. Murray. On the crossing route, complete. It's Sims. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Murray. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Leopard! Leopard! Watch the edge!
On the handoff, it's Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether we're wearing a glove, not wear a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Complete. Richardson has it. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a run with Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He may try and run for them. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll run with Geis, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Geis. Oh, he bowls over it. And now running right through it. Fights through and now a crease. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll run it here with P-Ride. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Murray now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And here come the Redskins now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
No. Check. Patriot.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Murray underneath for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw on second down, Murray. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gun! 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 Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Over!
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Gun! Hot!
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on third down, Murray. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Geis. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Pirine, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up in air. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Gun, 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 gun.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one one deep over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers of ball.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Madden. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Green able to dance free. Look at those stick skills. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Gun!
Off play action. Murray rolling to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and 2, Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
All right, here we go.
Now P-Ryan. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
319! 319! Let's go, let's go!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And they'll run it here. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Baltimore.
Crab cakes will be waiting for us, partners. We head to the airport.
Heck yeah.